Hey guys, Willie here with W.T.F car reviews, and today we're reviewing the all-new 2026 Toyota Land Cruiser. And as most of you guys probably know by now, Toyota reintroduced the smaller J250 Land Cruiser back in 2024. Outside of dropping the first edition model after its debut, the Land Cruiser hasn't seen any changes, still sharing a platform with the Lexus GX, getting 326 horsepower turbocharged hybrid powertrain, averaging 23 combined miles per gallon, which doesn't sound like anything too impressive, but it's almost double the outgoing model. With a full-time four-wheel drive system with low range, solid ground clearance, and beefy wheels and suspension, the Land Cruiser positions itself as a more refined Wrangler or Bronco competitor, almost like a bargain G-Wagon. Available as a $57,000 1958 edition or the more premium standard Land Cruiser that we have here, starting at $62,045. What else do we get for that money? Let's jump right in. So first thing we notice, the flickering LED daytime running lights are not actually flickering in real life, just the way the camera picks up the LEDs with tri-projectors for the high and low beam and rigid LED fog lights right beneath. We get full front parking sensing, forward-facing camera helping us out with the 360. So yes, although we're sitting about $5,000 above that 1958 edition, we do get a lot more options and features here. With functional airflow in each corner, a ton of airflow for the radiator and intercooler here with this turbocharged hybrid setup and beautiful white metallic paint color. I'll leave a link right over here to show you the exact name of it, but with this black contrast, I really like it. The wheel and tire setup, we get a 6-lug pattern, so pretty aggressive with these 18-inch wheels with a metallic gunmetal gray flake to it, wrapped in Michelin LTX Trail Total Performance all-season tires. They're more aggressive all-season, kind of a hybrid between an all-season and an all-terrain, which is still pretty capable for trail riding, but for on-road riding, significantly more comfortable than something like a mud grappler. With a pretty aggressive brake caliper too, some black contrast with the wheel well area splash guards, running boards, black contrasted door handles and mirrors with an LED turn signal on it, camera to help us out with the 360, and blind spot monitoring on the glass with heated outside mirrors. I'll take a step back. Hopefully you guys can pick up the side profile on this 2026 Toyota Land Cruiser, which looks pretty cool here with smart access for the driver and the front passenger. That plastic cladding continues for the rocker panel side skirt area and rear wheel well area and rear bumper, helping us out against rock chips if you do take this Land Cruiser off-road. The rear wheel and tire setup, same thing as up front. I didn't tell you guys the dimensions. They're 265/70 R18s. The 265 wide tires with this four-wheel drive system won't have any issue putting the power down, and these 70 sidewall tires do a great job of keeping this ride quality nice and plush. No leaf springs, of course. Hopefully you get a good look at the suspension. Of course, it is a live rear axle, as the Land Cruiser has had in the past, helping this be a little bit more of a rugged off-roader, similar to the 4Runner. The gas cap is not pushed open. I'll show you the latch is inside. We get roof rails up top, shark fin style antenna, full LED taillights, turn signals, and reverse lights. Shout out Sun Toyota in Holiday, Newport Richey, Florida for helping make this review possible. I really like the black badging here all throughout. LED third brake light, Toyota badge above the license plate, iForce Max symbolizing the hybrid turbocharged powertrain. We get rear parking sensing, cover for the trailer hitch. I'll leave a link right here to show you what this SUV can tow. And we'll check this out in a few minutes, but I like how Toyota also gives us a liftable rear windshield. The exhaust tip in the lower left corner, full-size spare tire. Hopefully you get a little bit of a better look at the rear suspension. But speaking of the exhaust tip, let's fire up this 2.4-liter turbocharged iForce Max, and here she sounds. Alright guys, that was the sound of the 2.4-liter turbocharged hybrid setup sold by Toyota for the 2026 Land Cruiser. And it sounds okay, cranking out 326 horsepower, 465 pound-feet of torque, made it to an 8-speed automatic transmission, sending the power to all four wheels with a full-time four-wheel drive system. You can expect a mid to high 7-second 0 to 60 time, so not the quickest, but a very consistent and strong feeling powertrain, averaging 23 combined miles per gallon. What you see is basically what we get. We can shut this hood right down, take a step back, and walk around this 2026 Toyota Land Cruiser one more time. Let's take a step inside and see what we get with the more premium version of this SUV. Up top, soft touch materials, gushy soft in the center, and a leather wrapped armrest, 4-window auto one touch, 2-person memory seats, power folding mirrors, just hard plastic down below, but plenty of storage, and you'll fit 32-ounce water bottles. JBL audio system. We mentioned the running board, Toyota step-in plate, which is aluminum. We get these leather perforated seats, which are heated and ventilated. Lumbar control, you can recline, drop, lift, and slide the seats, but taking a step inside, we can really check it out. So foot on the brake, engine start, stop, and everything fires right to life. So as far as steering wheel, gauge display, and infotainment screen, doesn't really change a whole lot compared to the 1958, but the steering wheel is still nice leather wrapped. Horn area is rubberized, the horn pretty loud and aggressive. We'll do a window check, see if we get dual panes. We don't get dual panes, but it's a very thick single pane of glass. Auto one touch, of course, for all four. We have infotainment adjustments on the left side. You can hang up and answer your phone calls, volume, voice commands on the right side. Adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist with our skip control, and lane keep assist being up top. AM, FM, Sirius 2. Stocks have a premium feel, auto headlamps, daytime running lights, and auto rain sensing wipers. That's an appreciated feature too. The steering wheel has a power tilt and telescope function, also premium. Fog lights we can turn on or off. Interior lighting, turn off the rear cross traffic alert, auto high beams, AC outlet, electronic trunk release, gas cap release, with our trailer brake controller down below. Hood latch release, hopefully you get a good look at the pedals, Camaro style air vent, and the dashboard is all soft touch materials. Looks like we get a heads up display here too, just not quite sure exactly how to turn it on. The volume dial feels premium, the 12-inch infotainment screen. Unfortunately, it's all subscription based, so I can't show you guys the navigation screen without subscribing to someone's potential vehicle. But the backup camera, let's check it out. Super high resolution, guidance lines and trajectory with an over-the-top 360. Throwing it back into park, we return back to our previous screen. We get manual shift controls on this gear selector. Our drive mode selector right over here. We have sport, normal, and eco mode. We'll start the review off in normal, try out sport, try out eco, and just see what the differences are. Our multi-terrain settings. We have deep snow, mud, sand, dirt, and auto. We'll leave it in auto for this review, and also downhill acceleration control and crawl mode. All very appreciated off-road features. Electronic parking brake with brake hold. You can turn up the traction control, lock the rear diff, disconnect the stabilizer bar, and lock the center differential for the four-wheel drive system. We have four-wheel drive high and four-wheel drive low. The wireless phone charging pad and pretty large cup holders. Everything here being rubberized. The armrest is gushy soft leather, decent space. You'll fit probably 12-ounce cans in there with nice soft materials for the center part of this dashboard. The glove box is damped, not lined felt but large. You'll fit probably 3 or 4 Harry Potter books, limited because of the center area. You'll fit about 8 license plates, but you'll fit plenty of car accessories. Frameless auto dimming rear view mirror with 3 garage homelink settings, and it's a digital rear view mirror, also pretty cool. Premium feeling headliner, additional speakers, and a sunroof over here as well. We can shut the shade right up. Shade opens up with the glass, but it doesn't close with the glass. We'll see how far this sunroof opens up. See if it goes any further. It does. So towards the end of the front row, large opening, beautiful day today in Holiday, Florida. Sunny and 65 degrees according to this 2026 Land Cruiser. We'll shut the glass right up, leave the shade open so when we hop out back, you guys can see how much light is brought into the cabin, with the interior lights being a touch-sensitive LED. That's about it though, guys, for the front seat. I'll leave a link right here, show you the window sticker for this SUV, see everything that we have available. But let's take a step out back, see how much space is offered back there, as well as the overall quality of the materials. So up top, just like up front, we get soft touch, gushy soft in the center, and a gushy soft leather armrest, auto one touch windows, aluminum door handle, JBL speakers too. You'll fit 2 32-ounce water bottles and a little bit of additional storage in this grab handle area. Aluminum step-in plate, the leather seats perforated. They're not heated or ventilated, but we get a 3rd zone climate control labeled Land Cruiser on top of the center console. But taking a step inside, these grab handles are appreciated. I'm a little bit over 6 feet tall. Sitting behind my seat settings, I have about 4.5–5 inches of knee room, and with the seat fully reclined, I have like 5 inches of headroom. I really appreciate the 3rd zone climate control, but I more so appreciate the position of these vents blowing directly into our face. Grab handle with a hook for a suit or a dress on both sides, and we get 2 USB-C ports down below with a 12-volt. Map pockets behind both of the front seats. The center cubby is nice soft leather. You'll fit 24, possibly 32-ounce bottles. The interior lights appear to be LED. Pretty decent amount of light bar into the cabin thanks to the sunroof, and that's about it for the second row of this 2026 Land Cruiser. Let's take a step out back. See how much space is offered in the cargo space, and we mentioned that this rear windshield lifts up, and that's a very convenient feature for 2x4s, whatever by 4s. You can run kayaks through your hatch without having to strap anything down on top of your roof. It's also convenient if you go on a grocery trip or any type of shopping trip and you have pets back here. Please don't leave your pets unattended for a long time, but if you're just stepping out for a couple seconds and you need to put something into your trunk and your pet is back here, it's convenient to be able to lift your windshield, drop your stuff, and not have your pet flying all over the parking lot. But anyway, it's a convenient feature. We can shut this glass right up and lift up the trunk itself, which is electronic, as you guys can see, and you get about 2 seconds to take a step back, so you don't have to worry about getting doofed in the head. With a really large opening, the step-in is kind of pet friendly. It's a few inches beneath my knee, but there's a huge hump here for the hybrid system. A little bit of secret storage, but that's about it. The hybrid system does basically sit underneath here. With a 120 volt, 2400 watt AC outlet, so you can actually power some decent appliances, leaf blowers, toaster ovens, air fryers, USB-C ports out rear. This was available with a 3-row option, at least for certain markets, but here in America, we just retained these cup holders, which is nice. If you're sitting back here, you wanna have somewhere to put your bottles, cups, plug something in, pretty convenient overall. We have 2 speakers and a subwoofer part of the trunk, and 2 buttons to drop the trunk. This button drops it, this button drops it, and locks the SUV. We don't need it locked. So we'll press the button on the left. It gives us about a second and a half to take a step back, so you don't have to worry about getting doofed in the head. That's about it though, guys, for the inside and outside of the 2026 Toyota Land Cruiser. Sure, it is definitely getting up there in price, but compared to its more affordable 1958 sibling, I really think that it's worth every single penny. It's a great looking SUV, very comfortable and surprisingly capable on and off-road. But speaking of the performance, let's take this 2026 Land Cruiser out for a drive and see what it's got. All right, guys, now just about seen everything we need to see with the inside and outside of the 2026 Land Cruiser. Let's take it out for a drive and see what it's got. My first impressions, though, the steering feels buttery smooth. We're gonna start off in normal mode. Ride quality feels fantastic with these 70 sidewall tires. And I like how Toyota gives us these notches in the hood, making it really easy to point and shoot this larger SUV. And although we're weighing around 5,000 pounds here, since we have a pretty large off-road capable SUV with a hybrid setup, it feels very small. And going over these bumps faster than we should, the ride quality is fantastic. Just watch this. It's as if it's not even there, no matter how fast we're going. Really impressive performance. Let's try it out in sport mode real quick. We were just in normal, and sport mode makes the regenerative braking feel a little bit more aggressive. Turn signal stocks feel very premium, and the brakes feel good thanks to the regenerative braking. Start stop remains in sport. Let's take a step out here. Woo! Yeah. Yeah, this thing can get up and go. Brakes still feel good at higher speeds. Yeah, you start to hear a little bit of wind noise, but barely any. Very refined feel, and oh yeah, it rips in sport mode. We can try out a real world turning radius test. Very sharp and coming back out. Oh yeah, really good power. We could take it out of sport. Hopefully you can pick it up. The steering feels really good in sport mode, but with this hybrid setup, you get that instant power. No, it's not the 5.7 V8. The 5.7 V8 might have actually been a little bit quicker overall, but considering that you're getting 10 more miles per gallon compared to that 5.7 V8, this performance is more than good enough. Moving pull, yeah. Oh, and we'll hit this curve and then take it out of sport mode. But yeah, for a 5,000 pound off-road SUV, the handling here, although there's a little bit of body roll, is surprisingly good. Let's completely flip the script, try it out in eco mode, but normal's probably the mode that I would leave it in. And we'll slow down, try moving pull, because we're about to enter a school zone. We don't want to go too crazy. It's not flashing or anything, but yeah, guys, partial throttle in eco mode, it still picks up speed very well. I'm sure it's going to prioritize the engine start-stop a little bit more, You're going to be shutting your engine off more often. This is where you're going to be getting your 23 combined miles per gallon. And the steering, yeah, it gets lighter, but it's still just as sharp and direct. Doesn't change how nimble this SUV is. We don't have an adaptive suspension or anything, but the ride quality feels fantastic. Quiet. Drives in a straight line, unlike the Jeep Wrangler, Jeep Gladiators that we've been reviewing on this channel. And you don't hear nearly as much wind noise as with a Wrangler or a Gladiator. So, well, not Gladiator, Wrangler or a Bronco. But when we're talking about leather seats, heated ventilated seats in a Wrangler or a Bronco, you're going to be spending $60,000+ either way. So considering that, yes, this does cost a little bit more compared to a comparative Wrangler or Bronco, but it also drives miles better. You don't hear even a fraction of the wind noise. Road noise is basically non-existent. Sure, the Wrangler is probably a little bit more capable of an off-roader if we're going to be going for a trim with leather seats, won't argue that. But the Bronco, with the independent front suspension, unless you're getting giant mud grapplers with it, this is an equally capable off-road SUV. And not to say that you can't put a small lift kit, throw 35s on this. It's a really, really comfortable vehicle considering its off-road capabilities. So if that's what you're looking for and you're okay with spending $60,000 to $65,000, maybe $70,000 to get it, this is a really comfortable and very capable SUV, and it looks great. So yes, it does directly compete with the Wrangler, with the Bronco, but it also indirectly competes with like the G-Wagon, because we are in a way more refined vehicle than a Wrangler or Bronco while saving serious money compared to a G-Wagon. If that's what you're looking for, guys, I would 100% recommend checking out the 2026 Toyota Land Cruiser. And yes, I would recommend checking out the standard Land Cruiser over the 1958. And a big thanks to Tom and the rest of the management and staff here at Sun Toyota in Newport Richey, Florida for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to your inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car, SUV, or truck in the Newport Richey, Tampa Bay area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out, and that's for Tom. And a huge thanks to all you guys for watching. I had a great time making this video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. You guys know the channel is just now possible without you, and I really appreciate the constant support. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Leave a like too. It really helps me out, the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment. Let me know if any specific cars, SUVs, or trucks you want to see reviewed on this channel, and I'll definitely try getting those videos for you ASAP. But other than that, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.